Shalom. Call hello Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Wakakwadash. The honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers that do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so. To the hopefully elect, to the scattered Israelites among the heathen scattered around the earth that are like unto the speckled bird, to the Akwaf that's listening and learning, I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson. And as you can see, this trade war is in this economic war that's going back and forth between America and China, now Iran and America. You know, Esau is trying to rally the other Edomites, the European countries, other Edomite European countries to his cause, and a lot of people just aren't with it. So I'm gonna let a bit of this video play and bring out some bullet points on some different things that are happening in the world, all affecting America, gonna really affect the pockets of everyone. Could definitely bring on some riots and famine and crash of the dollar. And all these things are leading up to the chip in World War III. And of course JT meaning Jacob's Trouble. You know, those race riots. Watch the video today with Dave Hodges, you know, and Lisa, what's her name? Lisa Haven, talking about, you know, the race baiting in America. No, it's not race baiting. It's that time. But without any further ado, let's let a little bit of this video play, and then we'll go into the scriptures.
The United States has a set of sanctions that preclude crude oil from being shipped to any country. We've made clear anyone who touches it, anyone who supports it, anyone who allows a ship to dock is at risk of receiving sanctions from the United States of America. So if that ship, again, heads to Syria, we'll take every action we can consistent with those sanctions to prevent that.
Now this is coming from a man who on record, on video, all over the internet, admitted that when he was a part of the CIA, they were lying all the time, that they were fabricating information all the time. Okay? And what this is really about is this is a power struggle over currency dominance. All right? Because America is trying to remain trying to keep the petrodollar in a position where it is the reserve currency of the earth, and it's fastly losing that status. Actually, it's pretty much done. It won't be much longer before that one straw that just breaks the camel back. You know, that one little spark that's going to start those fires. The fire of destruction. And the nations of the world are angry with Esau Edom. They are.
Well, Sayab, how's Iran responding to all of this? What are they saying?
Well, on the other hand, Iranian Foreign Minister Javad Zarif is the one accusing the U.S. of terrorism, economic terrorism, that is. And speaking at a lecture at the Stockholm International Peace Institute, Zarif maintained that the UK had, in fact, acted at the request of the U.S. when the Iranian tanker was seized in Gibraltar last month for allegedly attempting to breach European Union sanctions in Syria.
Even if this ship was going to Syria, EU sanctions do not apply to Iran, and EU cannot apply its rules extraterritorially on third parties. That's not EU position. The United Kingdom did that on the request of the United States. This was clearly an act on behalf of the United States engaging in economic terrorism against Iran.
So, you know, when you look at the whole matter, the British backed off and let the Iranian ship go. This is Obadiah verse 2. Actually, I'm going to start at verse 1 and read down to 4. It says, "The vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh An ambassador is set among the heathen. Arise, and let us rise up against her in battle. All right? And when you do your research, there was an ambassador. And that ambassador was Abdul Gabal Nasser, who was the president of Egypt in 1951. And he said publicly on national TV, even though he said it in Arabic, you know, he did say it in Arabic. And I actually had a Jordanian guy that I used to work with. All right, he used to own the gym that I trained all my clients out of years ago. He actually translated the video for me because it used to be on YouTube. Every time somebody puts it up, they take it down. But Abdul Gabal Nasser says something to the effect, speaking to the Jewish people, the Israelis, that he said, you will never have peace in this land, for you left here black and came back white. Who are you people? You know, roughly paraphrase. He also may have added something that there'll never be peace. We'll never accept you because you left black and came back white. And then he questioned, who are you people? All right. This was said by a president of Egypt at the time on national TV in 1951. All right. So that footage is out there. They can keep pulling it down off the internet, you know, every time it goes up, but they can't. But they can't stop it. That's a part of history now. Question that they don't like to deal with. You know, they just trying to sweep that under the rug, pretend it didn't happen. But continuing in Obadiah says, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, thou settest thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. And he did, because these people that were once with them are no longer with them. The nations are pulling away from Esau, Edom. Right? Esau, Edom is pulling away from each other. Nations are pulling away. The beast is pulling away from Babylon, from America. All right? You got now Russia, and not Russia, but Germany and France have pulled away from the EU and now have joined together, even joined their armies together. The same as Russia and China, which Korea is going to join unto them. More than likely India and Pakistan. And every place that I just named are all nuclear powered places. All right? And the list, and eventually Britain is going to turn on America. All right? You can clearly see that, you know, that these are the prophecies in the Bible, the things that are happening, man. As we're getting closer and closer to that day, prices for food is skyrocketing. Gas is up. You know, the Dow is falling. All right, U.S. Steel is laying off. You know, because of a low demand. All right, so you know what? Let's get a scripture on that. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3-4, and it reads, and in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. All right, so there's going to be few jobs. All right, and they look out the windows, and the windows mean their future. They don't see a future. People are getting, that's why so many suicides and things of that nature, man. You know, a lot of, they got cop suicides all over the country because they know what's coming. All right. The opioid crisis, the drug crisis, got heroin, meth, and opioids that are wiping out Americans, mainly Edomite Americans. They're the main ones. All right. Verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets, and when the sound of the grinding is low, and look at all the store closures and the closed up storefronts, and the thousands, and the tens of thousands of stores that have shut down. And probably in the hundreds of thousands and millions of people who are off work as a result of that. Okay? It says, and the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. You get up early in the morning to get on your computer and fill out applications, or go into places and fill out applications, but there's no work. All right? He shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And music is at its all-time lowest. It really is. All right. What else is going on? Oh, to add fuel to that fire of the jobs and the lack of jobs, Amazon has been using those trucks. If you saw that movie Logan, you know, in that movie Logan, they showed you all these trucks that were automated. You know, trucks that had no drivers, man, driving up and down the expressway. Well, guess what? That wasn't just a movie. That's real. It was already happening. All right. So all these people that are truck drivers or getting ready to become truck drivers, there's not going to be work for you much longer. I also heard about how in Hayward, California, actually I lived in Hayward for quite a few years. I heard Hayward's really not as nice as it used to be, from what I've been told. But Hayward was actually kind of decent. But there's parking lots have little robots that patrol them to protect the cars. And how one of these robots was attacked by an assailant, and he knocked the robot over, but the robot took all kind of pictures of him. So now he cold busted. So now you're looking at security jobs. The grinding is low, man. The future is not looking good for America. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 3. Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 2. I'm gonna start at verse 1. And it says, to everything there is a season, and every time and every purpose under heaven. All right. And the purpose of Esau was to destroy the earth. The scriptures clearly said that the earth was defiled of the inhabitants thereof. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and grab that, and then I go back to. Yeah, Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and they are. That's why America's being called an economic terror. Hey, America has committed more terrorist acts than any. I mean, it just is what it is, man. All right? When you can drop bombs on people and bomb people and shoot their planes out the air and never even apologize for it, you have your troops, you know, storming around on other people's lands, and they can't do anything about it. That's imperialism. That's just acts of terrorists, man. Just because these people don't want to use your currency. If you notice, America only goes to nations who don't have a central bank in them, which is owned by the Rothschilds, the Ishes. All right. Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, and they that should be judged. And so it's time for judgment. It's time for judgment of the wicked Israelites, of all the heathen round about, and especially the nation of Esau, Edom, because they have totally defiled the earth. The bees are dying. I saw a report this morning that said the world, the woodlands of the world, woodlands of around the world are on fire worldwide. Worldwide, Amazon, I think what they say, 700,000 acres or something like that, 73 million acres or some absurd, crazy number. But it says that the woodlands are on fire worldwide. So on every continent, all throughout Europe, fires are burning in forests, man. All right, we're going to get a scripture on that too. But it says, now let's just start at the top again. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and thou should givest reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and the saints, because they on the highways and byways doing this work. You know, not these infiltrated groups that Esau has planted, you know, which there's plenty of them out there pulling up on people. All right. And it says, and the saints. So the prophets and the saints are going to get their reward. And the fear of thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So the destroyers of the earth, man, the bees are dying. Why? Because of Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom is a plague, like in that series, The 100. If you haven't watched it, check it out. The character Clark is representation of Esau Edom. And they call her Wanheda. which basically means the bringer of death, man. And Esau truly is one hitter. All right? It's funny. It sounds like almost like a Gadite word. You know, it almost sounds like Hebrew. All right? But they truly are one hitter. And they are the bringers of death, the masters of death. Revelation 6:4 says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Esau's blessing was the sword, his weaponry. And his ultimate weapons has been nuclear weapons. But he's got lasers and all types of weapons, man. All right? The modern day sword is the gun. All right? They got guns that can shoot around corners and all manner of things, man. All right? Esau truly is the harbinger of death. One hitter. All right? Yeah, World War III is definitely on the horizon, man. Okay? You got China slapped sanctions on the U.S. over Taiwan arms sales. So now you got, you know, the U.S. trying to arm Taiwan, creating what? Dissension. Because Taiwan was a part of China, man. That's over there in that land. What if China was trying to, you know, was trying to control like Oklahoma or a city in Kentucky or in Texas or something? You know, that's basically the equivalent of what Esau has done, you know, with Hong Kong and Taiwan. Those are lands, that's their people. Okay? But let's go to Isaiah 29th chapter. All right? About those forests that are burning and those bees that are dying. All right? So we're looking at famine because the bees pollinate everything, man. We need the trees and the plants just to breathe. They pollinate the trees and the plants and the food sources. So if you got billions of bees dying all over the world, man, there's some serious dark days that are close at hand, man. All right, but this is Isaiah 29:6, and it reads, "Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise and storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." There's been fires all over the U.S. in the recent years, and now there are fires burning all over the world as the banks are panicking, as the Dow is dropping, as we get closer and closer to what the world ignorantly calls the apocalypse. All right? Because it's coming. It's the end of Esau's world and the beginning of Jacob's. Call Halal Yahweh Bashim Abishai Bashim Akakwadash Wa Abba Babal.